Hey rental scale-up friends, this is the first video of our series of 3 about Airbnb's new search options. We'll see that these options are elegant, they provide guests more choice, more visibility for hosts, and as well probably make more money to Airbnb. The first video is about Flexible Dates. Flexible Dates has been live for 2 months now. And Flexible Dates, well, the idea here is that I may be planning my trip. I know where I want to go, but I don't really know when. So if you think of the way you plan a trip, right? You may be dreaming about a trip, you may be planning when and where to go, and then you may be booking. Here, I'm not quite ready to book, but I want more information when to go. And what's Airbnb doing here? It's something very elegant that's not been available on other sites. So it's truly innovative, right? If I go to the date, instead of picking a set date, like, a weekend, for example, like this, in August, what I'm going to say, well, I want to, take a weekend in August, and Airbnb show me all the options for all the weekends in August. So I don't really know which weekend I want to go, but I know it's a weekend in August. And then Airbnb will give me a choice of places. So imagine I know where to go. I know I want to go to Gatlinburg, Tennessee for a weekend. And here, as you can see in the results, Airbnb, for example, is giving me here 3 properties at different dates, right? It's this weekend, or for that weekend, or for other weekends in the results. So here, instead of having to, as a guest, to look for properties on a specific weekend, then run another search for another weekend, and another search for another weekend, and a fourth search for the 4th weekend of August, here I'm getting options for different weekends within the month of August. It means as a guest, I have more choice, right? I have a bigger chance of finding something. As a host, I have a chance to have more visibility for my properties, right? Because if people, for example, had been searching for, were searching for a set date, as you can imagine, right? People searching for a set date, like that weekend, if my property was not available that weekend, it would not have shown the results. But because the search is done over the whole month of August, I have a bigger chance of, if some of my weekends were empty in August, I have a bigger chance of being visible. So as a guest, I'm getting more choice. I'm getting exposed to more properties matching my needs. As a host, I got more visibility. And for Airbnb, it's also a way to get more bookings. In the sense that, imagine that I was maybe not looking for a weekend, but a whole month stay, let's say in November or October. I'm going to do some remote working. The issue is, you can imagine, right, there might not be a lot of properties available for a whole month. So if I was searching in for specific dates for a whole month, like October, for example, I'm not sure how many properties I would be getting. Let's have a look, actually. Oh, we're getting a lot, but you see the map zoomed out, right, on a lot of different areas. Now, if I'm now saying I want to search, I'm flexible, and let me show me 2 months. Here, I'm going to see more options. And what's interesting, that the date don't have to start with, 1st of October to last day of October, right? What I mean here, for example, this one is available for 1 month, from October 26th to November 23rd. And just imagine, right, if I wanted to find places available for 1 month, I would maybe have to look for every date, from the 1st to the 31st, from the 2nd to the 1st of the following month. So here, Airbnb is saving me time to find stays that are about 28 days or more on the platform. So obviously, it's also a way for Airbnb to just give more choice to guests, and also to make sure people don't leave empty-handed. So it's really helpful. It's really mostly for people who are in the planning phase, so they were not ready to book yet. They had a place in mind, but not the date. Here, with a flexible search, flexible dates search option, I am getting the ability to select a length of stay and to search over a certain duration, a certain period, like July and August, for example. It's a great way. It's what's fascinating. This is not available on any of the sites, and you can imagine actually in terms of resources, it's taking a lot of resources for Airbnb because it has to run queries, search over so much data to find this. So imagine, right, if I'm looking for weekends in over 6 months, that would be a lot. Again, I have to say where I want to go for 6 months. Gatlinburg. And also imagine here, if I'm super restrictive, it's a great chance to find a place where I can be super restrictive. Maybe I'm looking for a place that's just accessible. I know that maybe not a lot of them that are accessible for disabled people. And here suddenly I got way more choice. I can be very restrictive in my choices, but because it's searching over 6 months availability for weekends, suddenly I'm maybe getting more choices, or I'm getting better deals as well. So it's very interesting innovation from Airbnb. So this is called Flexible Dates. It's available around the world, and that's the #1 search innovation from Airbnb. We're going to see in the next 2 videos flexible destinations and flexible matching. They also enable guests to find more options, but they're quite different. So stay tuned and look at the other videos. Do not forget to subscribe so that you don't miss any Airbnb Insider videos.